Yeah, sure. Hi guys. Welcome to the sales representative presentation. So basically here, I'm going to be briefly explaining what you guys will be doing and then hopefully help you make a decision as to how you're going to tackle the field. I apologize for my lack of energy today because I'm a bit sick, but yeah. Oh, this was supposed to be done live, so I'm going to do a recording just because our systems are down. So please understand that our systems are down and we cannot stop the work simply because of that. So I want us to have a conversation, Yana. I'm trying to be relaxed and as slow as possible here. So I want us to have a conversation. Tell me, what do you think? Okay, you cannot tell me. What do you think a sales representative is? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it. What is a sales representative? Okay, sure. Let's move to the next slide. So basically, a sales representative is a person that goes to a client, talks to the client about a specific product that the company has, and then try to get a sale out of that conversation. That's basically what a sales representative is. According to Education Spot, that is what a sales representative is. So the basic thing that you guys will be doing is speaking to clients and reaching out to them. So in our instance, a client is a learner. So you'll be going to learners, talking to them about the products that we have, and then trying to make them buy the courses that we have. So if you look at this, I'm using my personal phone, remember. So if you see something that you're not supposed to see, you can turn a blind eye from that. Yes, this is what you're going to see when, well, this is what you're going to use when you're going to the learners. Sorry about that. So what we do is that we create study plans for learners. We create videos for them to help them with any hard subjects, and then also we provide online textbooks and question papers. So these question papers, they are able to download them. These textbooks are online, so they are not able to download them, but question papers are downloadable and the memorandums are downloadable. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say umpumelelo, because obviously learners have the same problem most of the time. Let's say there's a learner called Umpumelelo, and Umpumelelo is struggling with mathematics and physics. He's failing dismally. So what are we going to do for Umpumelelo? Umpumelelo is mainly failing because he does not have time to study for mathematics and physical sciences. So what we do for Umpumelelo, we understand that Umpumelelo comes out at school, let's say maybe around 4. School comes out at 2:30, between 2 and 2:30, but Umpumelelo gets home around 4 because he's chilling with the gents, mingling with the ladies, whatever they do after school. So when Pumelelo gets home, he takes his uniform off and then goes to the gym and comes back at around 6. And then at 6 o'clock, he eats. Oh, obviously he baths, he eats, and then at 6:15, he's sitting there and watching TV. So what can we do for Umpumelelo to help Umpumelelo pass? We can advise Umpumelelo, okay, Umpumelelo, here's a study plan. Instead of watching a TV from 6 maybe till 10:15 or 10:30, whenever soappiece ends, why don't you try at least from 6:15 until 7? Watch 2 videos of mathematics, any subject on mathematics, any topic on of mathematics, from 6:15 till 7, and then from 7 till 7:15, take a quiz in Pumelelo. Test ukuthi what you've learned is something that what you've learned is something that you've actually captured. So from that time, from 6 to 7, Umpumelelo will be watching videos, and then from that time we'll take a quiz. If he fails that quiz, he'll watch the videos again and then takes the quiz again. You understand? We are giving Umpumelelo something to do educationally rather than sitting there and watching TV until because obviously without a plan to study for the rest of the day, Umpumelelo cannot do much yesikolo because he does not see the need of doing it simply because he did not plan. So that is what a study plan does for him. Now I've already covered the video part while I was talking about a study plan. Now, textbooks. Let's say Umpumelelo is not the kind of person who watches videos all the time and then understands what was talked about on the video. This is where textbook comes in. Textbooks help learners that prefer to study on their own. But obviously, without a plan, learners are not going to touch anything education related after school. So, textbooks will help them when it comes to that. And then question papers also, if they don't prefer AMA quiz, because quizzes are only a preparation of what you've watched on the video. So question papers are going to prepare them for the exam that is to come after they've watched all the videos, taken all the quiz, and now they are preparing for the exams that are going to come at school. So these question papers are going to prepare them for that time. So basically, this is an example that you're going to use when talking to the learners. You make a scenario that they can relate to, a scenario of a person that is too busy to study, and make them see you with no, it's possible. With EduSport, it's possible. We give you a plan, you follow that plan, and then you pass. This course and the whole thing costs 50 rand only because we want it to be more affordable for learners that are staying at us. Now, who cannot afford a 50 rand these days? Okay, back to the presentation. But obviously, you're not going to use my example like it. You're going to use your own because everyone has their own style of selling something to someone, especially those with the experience. But then make sure that you get them interested because these are learners, guys. So we're going to focus on the types of clients that you're going to find when you go to schools because obviously learners are not the same. And you guys, working with learners, it can be very, very difficult. So let's go to the slides. The types of clients or the types of learners that you're going to find at schools. Number one, it's the happy one. This one is my favorite because these ones are always welcoming to you. They will want to know the product. They are always interested. Now use this one to get the attention of the others because obviously learners are guided mostly by peer pressure. So if they see one learner interested in something, they also want to be interested in that something. They don't want to be left behind. So use this one to capture them all. So these ones are no problem. Number two, it's the questioning learner. These ones usually they like to become smart. They like to sound smarter than the person that is presenting. Give that to them. Give it to them. Allow them to be smart and then answer their questions as they are because they will be asking a lot of questions. Just make sure Uguti you don't lose your patience with them. Don't lose the patience with them because if you mess up with this one, you will lose a lot of learners. Trust me. And then there's these ones that will be angry. Hey, these ones are a problem. Now, these ones usually with learners, they want to impress other learners using you. So they will act like they are not interested while in the group. So make sure that you put them in their place without being too rude. In Zulu, I would say ngeneka marunga ngeneka. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but ngeneka marunga ngeneka, you understand? So do something to them that is not rude but puts them in their place to stop others from doing the same thing. But do not be too rude to them. Make sure that they are still interested because these ones are also going to be your customers at a later stage. They are also going to be your loyal customers because they tried to impress other learners but it did not work. And then there are those that are skeptical. Yeah. Those that are skeptical are those who don't trust you. So it's important to pick up on their energy, pick up what type of learners they are, and then use that kind of personality with them because they only trust people who are like them. So if this is a learner who is more hyper, more talkative, use that more hyper and more talkative energy with them. If they are calm and down to earth, also be calm and down to earth because if they see that you are just like them, it's easy for them to trust you, right? Good. Yeah, once you get a hold of this, a hang of this, no, it becomes simple, guys. It's simple, this thing. So, moving on to the next slide. Remember the main goal, guys. Even though you've met these kinds of clients, the happy one, the questioning one, the angry, and the skeptical one. Our main goal is to make sure that when you're done with clients, they are all happy clients. Ne? All happy clients. This is our main goal, guys. Make sure that they are happy. Make sure that they want this course so that later when you talk to them and send them the payment details, it's easy for them to say, oh, I remember you. I remember you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do exactly what you want me to do, right? Now, guys, you are a sales representative. You don't handle any money. I'm going to show you how learners are going to pay at a later stage. I'm not sure if it's included here. I don't think it is, but I'll send you a WhatsApp text. You guys don't handle any money because learners are very good liars. Learners are going to say they gave you money knowing very well that they didn't give you any money. So if you don't handle any of their cash, it's better for everyone because it's going to be their fault, right? Right. Now, your main duties, let me explain them again. So, your main duties is firstly, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be assembling in groups, either groups of two or more, or you'll go to the school single, like alone. So, now, guys, I'm gonna touch on the good stuff and the bad stuff of going in groups, and good stuff and bad stuff of going single to school. So now let's talk about attacking learners at an assembly and attacking learners after school. Now, the assembly is pretty difficult because schools only go on Fridays to the assembly, so it's going to waste a lot of time for you. And also in the assembly, let me make an example here. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah. So, no laughing at my thingy. So this is the assembly, right? Assembly. And this is after school. After school. So at the assembly, obviously, this is you here, maybe your group members if you'll be going in groups or you'll be alone. So at the assembly, you're only going to get, let's say these are learners. Learners. You're only going to get the attention from these that are at the front, depending on how deep your voice is or how loud you actually are. But if you have a loud voice, the loudest, you'll only get this type of attention. These guys at the back are not going to hear you at all. Now, getting the attention of these guys, it means when you talk at the assembly, you'll be talking to them, yeah, sharp, yada yada yada, edge spot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you give them an instruction, maybe to say in your classrooms, uh, write on a piece of paper your names, your details, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that you can be able to contact you at a later stage. Now, our personal experience with this is that learners are very forgetful, guys. You can tell them this now at the assembly, and then 5 minutes later, they have forgotten everything that you have told them. Chances are, when you try to talk to them via the phone, also they'll be forgetting. Yeah, they would have forgotten everything that you talked to them about. So, ish, this one of the assembly, yeah, you can try it, but then it wastes a lot of time. It means also you may not get your daily targets as you need. Now, after school, obviously, after school, they are all scattered around. So if you are alone, you tackle this group first, and then you tackle that group, and then the other group, you understand? But then if you're working in groups maybe of two or more, a single person can stand at one place, and then one person will try to get this group to come to you for you to explain, and then get another group to come to you, and then so that one person can explain. You understand? It's easier this way because you are able to circulate the book around while explaining the services that we offer at the education spot. So this one of your after school, I believe it's better because I personally, after I was doing the same job, I was able to get my targets easier this way. So after school, for me, after school it is. Let's go back to our slide. Yay. Come on. Let's go back to our slide then. After school it is for me. You understand? So you go to learners either during the assembly or after school, whichever one you believe will be better for you. And then secondly, you speak to learners and tell them about the online teaching that we offer at the education spot. So you show them that ad that we are going to send to you, show them and then explain it to them in your own particular way to make sure that they are interested. And then what I need you to do here, I need you guys to have a book. I'm going to send you these instructions on the website. So have a book, register each learner's name, surname, the grade that they'll be doing, and the subject that they need. So remember, it's 50 rands for each subject. So if they need 2, it means they'll be paying 100 rand. If they need 3, 150. Kanjalo, kanjalo. So have a book where you're going to be recording these learners. Now you can wait for EduSpot to deliver the book to you, but if you are too far, you can buy this book. A book is, I think, 9 rand. Yeah, it's only 9 rands, and then we will refund you the money that you used to buy the book and everything else. So just do the easier part, and the part that is not going to waste a lot of time for you guys. So basically that is what you guys will be doing. Let's go back to the slide. And then lastly, guys, close the deal. Remember, you write each learner on the book, and then you record them online. Then your manager is going to speak to you about that, depending on what it is that will be expected from you. So when it comes to closing the deal, I'm also going to send you guidelines on how to do that, because obviously each and every learner that you've spoken to, you're going to send them the very same advert and the payment details, the payment method that they are supposed to use in order to pay for the course. And then yeah, you'll take it from there. It's pretty simple, you'll see. Next slide. Hey, next slide. So yes, as promised, I said I was going to talk to you about working alone and working in groups. So the good part about working alone is that you work at your own pace and your own terms. So it means you set your own time, you set your own. So let's say you are able to find the target in 30 minutes, for instance, because you'll be exposed to a lot of learners at a single time. In 30 minutes you are done. You are able to go home at that time rather than waiting for the rest of the group for an hour to find their own targets. Get it? So all the cash goes to a single person. So nothing is divided. Obviously, if your target is 100 learners a day, you get 100 learners a day, as opposed to going with someone else and you have to help them to get that 100 in a single day. So yeah, basically working alone has a lot of good advantages to them, and then the disadvantages of working alone. Guys, working alone is very hard. It's very hard working alone, especially working with learners that ask a lot of questions at a single time. Why working alone is very hard. So it may be lonely at times because you're working alone, obviously. No one to talk to, no one to laugh with. The only thing that you're doing is working. So obviously you may feel discouraged at some other points. No one is there to encourage you into doing more or bettering yourself. And also, when you're working alone, remember that let me do the example again. Come on. Let me do the example again. So when you are working alone, obviously there's a group of learners here, right? So it means you have to attack one group at a time. One group at a time. It means there's a slower client base. So it means you take time here, you take time here, you take time here, you take time here. Rather than working in groups, you stand here, and then one of them will go there to one group and then bring them to you. One of them will go to another group, bring them to you. Another group, bring them to you. So you understand that it's possible to talk to roughly 300 learners in a single time when you are working with people, because they are going to be fetching them for you, and then you'll be standing on one place. So it's easier working in groups than working alone. So I prefer working in groups, because working in groups, I know Uti, there's a lot of learners, there's a lot of client base at a single time. But then if you're a person that is not good with talking with a large crowd of learners, I would advise you to work alone, because working in groups, there's a faster client base, as I've just shown you. You talk to a large number of people at a short space of time. There's endless encouragement from your team members, strategical working, as I've shown you. Guti, one person stands at one point, and then the other two will fetch learners for that person, and then they will divide the learners amongst themselves equally after speaking to each and every group. And then there are multi-focus points, and then slack days are covered. So when I say slack days cover, I mean, obviously there are days that you feel down, you feel like you don't want to do any work. Your group members can help you there. They can help you to by encouraging you. So if you are slow for that day, they can be fast for you. You understand? You can stand on that single spot while they fetch other learners, and then all you do is explain, rather than fetching the learners yourself and then explaining everything on your own. You understand? So working in groups for me has a lot of advantages. Now, obviously, with this means, if you want to work in groups, guys, you will have to wait for us to find someone that is near to you. But in order to not waste your time in this, you can recommend someone you believe that would be interested to become a sales representative, and then you can work with that someone. Now it's easier and better to work with someone that you know, someone that you are fond of, rather than working with a stranger. You understand? So maybe if you could find two or more people that you can introduce to the program, would gladly accept that. It would be a great gesture from you, actually. A great gesture. So I advise you guys to work in groups that rather than working alone. We'll talk about that via WhatsApp. So now let's calculate the commission. I'm not sure if you will sign the contract before watching this or after this, but then remember, on the contract it says for each learner that you talk to, you will get 15 rands. Now you will be exposed to over 2,000 learners, guys. 2,000 learners at a single school. 2,000 for one school, right? So if maybe, let's say, you go to that school for a minimum of 3 days for a single week, on a single school, 3 days, and then we say find at least 25% of this 2,000. 25% of it, 2,000, is 500 learners. So it means on a single day. So on a single day, you'll probably be speaking to 133 learners. Now, on this 133 learners, guys, we're saying come back with less than 10% of learners who are willing to buy each day. So for that day, we are saying come back with only 10 sales. Only 10 sales a day, guys. You cannot speak to 500 learners and not find at least 50 sales, or on this 500 learners. 50 out of 500. Ah, no, 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 no. 50 only. So we are saying find 10 sales on a single day. 10 sales on a single day. So let's make calculations. Basic mathematics. So if you get 15 rands multiplied by 10 sales every day, so it means that you, as a sales representative, will be earning 150 rands per day. This is more than what this is. You're right, this is more, this is a lot. There are people who are in the working class that don't get this much on a single day. Anyway, so you'll be earning 150 a day as a sales representative. So yeah, that's your daily target according to a contract stipulation. But remember, you are allowed to go up, up and up, because remember that you'll be talking to over 100 learners a day. So it's possible that you may make 50 sales on a single day, or even make 80 sales on a single day, depending on how good you are, guys. So if you make 50 sales, it means every day you'll be making 500. If you make 80, you'll be making 800, but we'll stick to the to the bare minimum of 150 a day. So if it's 150 a day, you will earn around 3,000 monthly, plus, because obviously this is your main target, right? Plus that 100 or that 1,000 base salary that comes with you, and that comes with you meeting your targets all the time. Now remember, guys, that the base salary works this way. Base salary year two is target based. So if it's target based, it means you only get it when you meet your targets. So say you get 300 learners every month. 300 learners every month, it means you earn a 3,000 monthly plus a 1,000. But guys, each and every day you'll be speaking to 133 learners. Now 133 is the bare minimum. Bare minimum. When me and my partner went to schools for the first day, on the first 2 days, we came back with 400 learners. And 200 of them made a sale that week. So that week, hey, we were happy. No, my math is wrong. Yo, I'm lying. It's more than that, guys. It's more than that, because the commission is 15 rands, not 10 rand. It's 15 rand. My partner has just corrected me. It's 15 rand. So you get more than 3,000. I'm lazy to go to the calculator, but let's do it. Let's go to the calculator. It was easier to calculate in tens rather than calculating. Okay, sharp. So it's 15 times 10 on a single day. It's, oh, I was right. It's 150. No, I've been correct all along. How? Kia. I've been correct all along. So in 5 days, you stand to make 750. That multiplied by the 4 weeks that you'll be doing is 3,000 plus 1,000. So the minimum that you can make with the company, the bare minimum is 4,000 rand every month. So obviously, guys, you'll be speaking to, as I was saying, you'll be speaking to 133 learners a day. 133 times 5. Let me see. Calculator. So it's 133 times 5 days. So it's 665 learners multiplied by 4 weeks. So it's 2,660 learners on a single day. So it's, or in a single month. So it's 2,660 learners on a single month. Guys, 266 learners on a single month. Imagine how much you stand to make if 50% of these learners buy the course for that month. 50% pay. Imagine. I'll allow you to do your own calculations on your own, but this is basically, yeah, this is basically the end of this training. If you have any questions, you can ask me on WhatsApp, but then I'll be sending you a contract. I'm not sure if it's going to be sent to you before or after watching this, but then, yeah, any questions you can send to me via WhatsApp, or I think there's a comment section on the page below. You can comment, write anything you'd like, anything you'd like to know, anything, G. Talk to me, guys. And then probably by today we'll be able to start working on practice runs, because we're supposed to practice for 2 days, Thursday and Friday, and then after that, yeah, we work from Monday to Friday. Tell me what you need, and then yeah, let's do this, guys. I hope you guys enjoy working with us. Sharp.